This one is called Prince Martin Willis 2, official, unofficial 7th member, lol, of the main 6.
By the way, Martin Willis is Bruce Willis's cousin.
Yes.
I based this on facts that I made up.
Okay. It is true, but it might not have happened. All right. After the utter and humiliating defeat of the Discord came a time of peace for Prince Martin Willis and the people of Ponyville. There was much sex and love, and also Twilight married Willis, but he was allowed to sleep with anything that needed help. This was all going to change when... I'm going to start reading this like an immigrant because that's how it's written. This was all going to change when the Owl of Twilight appeared one day while doing drugs and we were partying and having massive sex. My owl is freaking high right now, I think. Twilight screeched with the loudness of a million lost hearts, and she was aptly upset, and she visibly cried with the unbelievable passion and raw emotion. And raw, no, and that's not emotion. And raw emoticon. She took the time to text her feelings. Raw emoticon. At the sight of the horror of the owl doing hard drugs like pot, not just smoking like cigarettes.
I always knew I was the better assistant to you,
said Spike, squeezing her plot and understanding that she was going through a hard time, so leaving it at one squeeze.
Only one squeeze.
Please, I let him do that because we are tight. No, P.S. I let him. Openly, I disdained him for the...
There's 2 periods.
Wait, who is this being read from the perspective of? I thought Twilight was... Oh, no. Openly, I disdained him for the comment of cruel and unacceptable misdirection of hatred over his rival, and stuck my tongue out for the pleasings of Twilight's nerves to be much east. But Spike and I high-fived because we are buds, and that was the truth. And it was funny.
Yay.
Also, guys, my cutie mark is no longer a what? Is no longer a portal gun because I have defeated the Discord and saved Equestria with it. So it became the heads of the main 6, since my goal is to make them feel sexy. I am still orange with blue stripes and still have all the powers of the gun, though.
Yay.
Also, I still have one secret power that no one knows left for special use within the later part of this. So coming soon, guys.
Literally.
This is trailer.
Only hope.
The owl was... I'm going to stop reeling it. The owl was marked for terrestrial switching... What? Terrestrial switching since the entry of our world was inside of us. What kind of drugs was this person on?
All of them.
For the entry of our world was inside of us all, and he understood the power of being awake with knowledge, and it was misbegotten with fear of the people that I'm skipping this bit.
That's awful.
Yeah, I comforted her. I comforted her. Comforted her. And now that is a word. I don't know why I'm fucking it up. Comforted her and secret high five. Spike with much winking and motioned if he had gotten lucky with rarity since the summoning, and he bunny speaked. We did that now since I traded lessons in love with rarity cat to angel bunny for it.
What the fuck does that mean?
Back that. Yeah, it was so, and it was so. And so it was so. So let it be written, so let it be done. Then appointing my attention to my wife Twilight, whom I love the best. This is written from the perspective of Prince Martin Willis. whom I love the best, and I made her understand with a hug and some French kisses and a squeeze below and above on her tingling body that her owl was probably just going through a phase and that everyone does hard drugs once to see the feeling that it caused for the Equestria. I nearly read that as Austria. It's caused for the Equestria.
You are so friggin' smart, Martin.
She bowed sexily with her mane and whispered playingly with my hair.
What's a she?
That is why I love you. That slightly caused me to be mildly upset and annoyed to a tiny amount of being a little mad, but I let it slide because she had had a long morning. Finding the owl OD'd on pot. Finding the... Oh, this is beyond readable.
Oh,
That Odeed.
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 It's not the regular deed, it's Odeed.
That night. That night, we had all the main six and Celeste over for a sleepover at the order of her. And Celeste, it's not Celestia anymore, it's Celeste. And Celeste brought Nightmare Moon. My students fuck off. Sorry, I had to do this in Princess Celestia's voice. My students, fuck off. I must talk to Willis in the deepest of secret aloneness. She decreed with a massive voice of... I don't know if that was meant to be Nightmare Moon or Celestia. She decreed with a massive booming voice of authority and a stamp of massive proportions that uncontrollably made us all be controlled to obey. Willis. She spoke in... I don't think you can say that name in a sexy voice. Willis. She spoke in a sexy voice.
Willis.
Tickling my ear and guts. Tickling my guts. She stuck her hand down my throat and tickled my guts and tail and mane and hooves and nose, and I sheepishly blushed and coyly hugged her. Hi, Lessie. Spoken like the word less than the E as in cheese.
The S sound.
The S sounds like S, not Z, because she is straight. Lessie is our nickname for her, and she accepts it as so. Thank you for the author's note.
Author's ridiculous note.
Too much exposition. Hi, no, I'm sorry, you do the dialogue.
Hi, Martin.
She blushed back with beet red cheeks and heaving breasts because we were close, just not like Twilight and me. Because Twilight is purple, and that is a cooler color than racist. That is a cooler color than white. Purple power. And even you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to say Leslie knew of such things as the hard truth of the matter despite our deep connection and forever... Yo, yeah, she's totally a lesbian. Yeah.
Nightmare Moon is having a bad day, and she loves you since you saved the world and wants to be with you super quick. That's okay.
I squeezed her plot and gave her the thumbs up sign with one hand. Well, what?
Fucking squeezing her plot.
Her plot.
Nice.
With one hand while touching her pony boobs. Her pony boobs with the...
Yeah, it's just, you have to squeeze the old PBs.
Which meant we were cool and asked if Spike could come. The PBs could come since we tend to share everything.
It will be as you shall want it, Martin. I hereby command you, my student, to go make love to Nightmare Moon.
I don't know who the fuck is talking anymore. Also, I replaced Twilight as her favorite because we all agreed that was better since I was really better than all the main six combined.
Oh, I wasn't reading.
I lost.
For the best. I kissed Nightmare Moon's butt and rubbed her other place, and all six of her boobs.
The damn PBs.
All six of her PBs.
So just spread on this.
See, she had 6 boobs because she is a pony nympho.
Holy shit. I really hope this is a troll.
Yes, I mean, nympho or not, she would have had 6. How many boobs do ponies? We're gonna have to look this. We're gonna Google this. How many?
Yay.
How many PBs do ponies have?
How many good old PBs they got?
I'm gonna ask Jeeves that. That she got from all 6 of her boobs that she got from transfusion. She had a boob transfusion.
I'm donating boobs.
We made. Have you been to the UK during the 90s? Yeah, then you can't give boobs. We made love to Spike's help. Now, when they say Spike's help, do they mean that they made love with Spike's help, or they made love to Spike's hired help? You is kind. Ooh. Who licked us both all the way from inside our noses to the outer ring of our hooves sexily.
Oh, yeah.
Oh crap! That is freaking good, dude.
She used the Canterlot's voice. That was the Canterlot's voice. It was very good. And we had the utmost awesomely extreme and tasteful...
Wait, break.
Yeah.
They have 2 nipples.
Horses have 2 nipples. We just Googled this.
Thank you, Answers.com.
Found out that horses have 2 nipples, So this was, in fact, a PB transfusion. And we had the most...
They found him on Craigslist. Russian guy. I promise these are breasts. Maybe.
God damn it. Okay.
Like
I keep losing my place. And we had the most awesomely extreme and tasteful groupgasm in existence to ever... It's tasteful. It's tasteful, so we can show this to the kids.
Ah.
To even touch Ponyville. Suddenly, the main six burst through, followed by Celeste.
It's freaking terrible, Martin.
Scream Celeste.
That's inside the
it's still in the quotes. This is freaking terrible, Martin. Scream Celeste. Weeping and batting her wings and waving her hair while lifting her arms skyward with fear that twisted the joy from our loving and caused us to be deeply depressed with woe.
The owl is awake and he is super high and has a freaking spell book. We are royally screwed, my students.
She yawned and we cried and I moaned in horror. And Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash shut their ears to withhold the knowledge of sadness from them, and Twilight and Fluttershy and Celeste, it's Celestia, Jesus, and Celeste hugged and kissed and played with each other and wept. For what? And wept. I don't know why I just skimmed right past that, but that needs attention.
So good.
Wept.
I don't.
Jesus wept. For what appeared to be the final time, and Applejack drank some cider and patted my back and comforted me. While I stared into my hands. She has hands now.
I'm so fucked up.
After having come all over the PBs.
The peeps.
The peeps. Oh, this is worse than duck tits. When I stared into my hands thinking about the fate of us and shut my mind to the terrible fate and what would undoubtedly destroy the future of happiness momentarily. The owl... How long is this?
Holy sh... Oh. No! Wait. Oh my god, there's a part where it just says no. Scroll down.
Oh, we have to at least get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. All right.
Spoiler alert.
Where do we leave? Okay, the owl burst through, insanely spitting, and he was on the pot. We fell asleep. He had injected 5 whole pots, and we fell asleep. My dream happened.
This has come to pass now, Martin.
My dream spoke in an eerie voice like Pony... no, you can redo that line, I think, because it says Ponyfied Morgan Freeman.
Eerie. Like...
This has come to pass now, Martin. I can't do Morgan Freeman.
This has come to pass now, Martin.
My dream spoke in an eerie voice like Ponyfied Morgan Freeman.
And your days of being at peace with the universe are about to be very changed up. Things will be different in a way that will prevent them from being the same again.
I think you slipped into Obama there at the end.
I don't even know.
Things will be different in a way that will prevent them from being the same again.
Rock, Alabama.
I woke up sweaty and grapped at the mane of Twilight, who slept next to me, with the owl who had come breathing into it. Come breathing into for comfort. The come breathing dragon. and because it calmed us both.
This is the worstest news that has ever happened.
I cried mightily and screamed like an anguished beast in mortified horror.
What is the issue, Martin?
Twilight, sleepily hugging me to comfort, asked in mild surprise.
You will not believe this crap, I screeched hoarsely.
Oh, I know it's misspelled, but get it? Hoarsely XD.
Because I have just had an unbelievable dream featuring the voice of the famous dude who was on the earth back when I lived there. Not in Esquaria.
Esquaria.
That's your boyfriend.
Oh, fuck me.
Equator as your boyfriend.
Suddenly the owl appeared, and it was smoking pony diamond shards because weed was no longer enough.
Ooh.
It said somewhat lazily.
And because your dreams, God damn it, and because your dream means
that it is going to be a horrible accident in the future.
It smoked the pot hard.
That is some perfect knowledge, I agreed.
And Twilight seconded my agreeing with the owl, and we kissed him slightly to show our gratitude, but without tongue, 'cause he still pot-smoked, despite our disapproval. I stroked his feathers seductively to tame him, and shined his beak with my love of animals. And 10, everything got bad as losing the tournament at Portal to my loser friend Jack Renton.
Jack Renton.
Renton. It was actually Celestia's real name. Celestia was a man. Who was mean. There are so many oddly placed periods. Who was mean for no reason, even if it was his Xbox, because he was a dick. And I came up with the idea to go there and have a tournament, not him. So he should give back my game because it's not fair, and I'm not going over to his house anymore. So he should grow up and die because he is a slut puppet.
I like that word.
I think I'm going to use that. You
Slut puppet.
slut puppet.
Hey, Jim, you're a slut puppet.
And he only won because I am over. And he only won because I'm over Portal now and much more into the main 6, who are not stupid like Jack Renton, whose last name also I really think that this just turned into a very personal rant here.
Yes.
Yes, this was not meant to be part of the story.
This was actually a text message.
It was. Got copied and pasted in.
And back to the story.
Yes.
No.
I don't think that was even closely long enough to adequately describe how long that no was written in there.
Fine.
That's good enough. I'll just loop it. I will, actually.
Oh, wow.
Twilight cried out with ecstasy and strife in a moment of tense horror, and her hooves covered her pony place.
What have you done, foul second-rate typer, compared to Spike?
She screamed. I wondered the same issue and moved her hands. My jaw dropped like thunder, and I widened my eyes and cried blood.
Twilight, you have a man stick.
I looked around.
A man stick.
You have a man stick.
We're trying to be formal here. You've got a man stick.
He's got a husband's bulge. I looked around and saw a man stick and pony boobs. And saw peeps. And saw, so did the rest. It doesn't even matter if I read this out of order, because it doesn't make fucking sense anyway. I looked around and saw, so did the rest of the main 6. Celeste didn't, and neither did Nightmare Moon, but fuck him.
He has done the worst curse spell from my secret book of spells that go towards those who hate you, Martin.
Ever Twilight, she sat down and raised her arms, her mane and tail lifted up in shame, and the worst of all, lost hope. And she grayed like she did in the first episode with Discord. Damn it.
Oh,
Go on.
He cast on us all Dickus Creators, and I cannot switch it back.
the old DC.
Washington, D.C. That's what D.C. actually stands for.
Dickus creators.
I'm not wrong. I hugged her, avoiding her. What? I hugged her, avoiding her unpony and unwife-like. Unpony and unwife-like bulge.
It's a man stick.
It is.
Scientifically, it's man stick.
The suddenly, I really want. The suddenly. I really wanted to go see Spike because we are bros and can shed tears over this together and just be cool, you know? Alright, so I fixed all the writing problems you guys said from... Wait, this is not part of the story, I don't think. No, it's not. Alright, so I fixed all the writing problems you guys said from the last one. Did you, though? Did you, though? I joined the writers...
Did you press F7?
I joined the writers group, learned to separate sentences and when people talk. And capital This is spelled no, God, never mind. And capital
He
the
started
first.
the sentence with "and."
Yeah, and capital the first. This guy is not improved. You got a long way to go.
Oh,
Capital
the
the
proper way for English is.
edited it all myself, so the story should be good now. Should be.
Yeah.
Take my word for it. Yeah. Next chapter, I will go with God forbid. Next chapter, I will go with Celeste, who can still be loved, and Nightmare Moon, who can be loved but is shyer, despite her rough personality. And we will go to Granny Smith for knowledge about what to do and fix this spell.
Dick has created.
And Granny Smith will
Apples.
give what?
Granny Smith apples.
Granny. Well, yeah, that's why she's named.
Product placement.
And Granny Smith will give me the secret of apple whispering for knowledge.
Oh. fucking
This
shit.
is actually not what you think it is. This is where you whisper directly into a pair of PBs.
Peeves. Give the old Peeves a little 1-2.
And then apples fall out. Also, I will meet my own pet, probably called Fluffy, because he is an air-breathing dolphin that Sakura gave me from her homeland in the other part of Equestria. We meet Sakura maybe too. Well, that has been something.
Educating. I learned
really
what a
has.
peeb is.
A peeb.
They're
Today
all
we
peebs.
learn what peebs are. Those
it's
are
not-
pony boobs.
And the scientific name for penis, which is man
Man-stick. Man-stick.
Formal name.
Yes. Anyway, this has been literally one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever read. Good night.